Hey guys, YouTuber who says he's gonna see you tomorrow but doesn't post for 3 days here. And today I'm coming at you with another stupid, innovative top 5. Now this is a great top 5. It's probably one no one has ever thought of before in the history of the world, and it's definitely not something I've pulled out of my ass, and I'm only posting because Call of Duty Zombies is dead for the next 2 weeks. Until we get Infinite Warfare Zombies, and then it's just gonna be lit, fam. You know that's gonna be good. And today we're going to be going over the 5 most disappointing things in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now as a whole, I loved what Jason Blundell and his team did with Black Ops 3. I mean, my entire channel started on and has grown from Black Ops 3. I mean, I have so much nostalgia for really starting out my channel and grinding out videos when Shadows of Evil dropped. But Black Ops 3 Zombies definitely is not without its flaws. Like, no movie goes without sins, no games go without their flaws, and there have definitely been some blunders along the way. So if you enjoy this video, I would appreciate it, as always, if you could leave me a like, and let's get into this. So coming in at our number 5 spot, we have, well, an entire map, Zetsubou no Shima. Now if this map were a buddy of mine, well, I would feel bad for the guy. He's like that one kid you may know in school, the one that has 2 older brothers who were both 4-time state wrestling champions, and perhaps a sister who was Miss USA and valedictorian of her class. And this guy, well, he's smart, funny, decent looking, and a good athlete, but he just can't live up to the legend of his siblings. I mean, that's what Zetsubou is. It's a decent map surrounded by a game filled with just excellent maps. I mean, if Zetsubou no Shima were a Black Ops 2 map, it would most likely be known as the 3rd best map after Origins and Mob of the Dead, or maybe 4th after Buried as well, but it certainly wouldn't be known as the worst map per se. And I'll be honest, I'm really not too fond of this map myself. I rarely feel like going back and playing it solo. I know Lex and Pat and all those guys absolutely hate it. I like to give it the benefit of the doubt. I know RadAustin27, another friend of mine, he actually really enjoys this map, and this map can be a great time if you're with a couple of experienced buddies who can share the workload. And this map really falters with its tediousness. I mean, to truly give yourself the best area to work with for a high round training strategy, you're gonna have to do the Easter egg. And even to get the upgraded wonder weapon in the skull, you have to do an unbelievable amount of busy work. Hell, even turning the power on is an absolute pain in the ass. Gosh, even talking about it makes me not want to go through the process again. If some of you guys are OG subscribers, I believe I had around 6,000 subs when Zetsubou dropped. I loved the map when it first came out. I mean, I told people it was my favorite map of all time. I thought it was great, but my god, how my opinions have changed. Jeez, it's actually quite crazy. But regardless, Zetsubou certainly isn't a total train wreck, but it was just a bit of a disappointment following Dreisendrach, which is not an easy map to improve upon, I have to say, and it comes in at our number 5 spot. While the beginning of our list went to a full map, our number 4 spot goes to an entire mode, Nightmares. Oh my god, what a massive letdown. Before Black Ops 3 came out, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there were rumors of a zombies campaign for the longest time. So many leaks indicated that we were getting an entire game based around our beloved zombies, and I remember the thought of that just being so exciting. I mean, the thought of a full game pretty much based around zombies was amazing. If you search up Black Ops 3 Zombies campaign, there are so many videos talking about how much they could do with the Origins crew storyline. If they were just given an entire campaign to flesh out their story, just imagine that. But, I mean, it could have been so unbelievably great. And what we ended up getting was a reskinned campaign. That's all it was. None of the level maps or cutscenes were changed. They just recorded new audio and played it over the original versions of the cutscenes and put zombies in there. I mean, they weren't like zombies, they just ran around. I mean, they were, but they didn't act like zombies in Black Ops 3. They're always a one punch. They don't do anything. They never really run at you. They're always just walking around for no reason. I mean, the new audio didn't even sync up with anything. They just played it over the original version of the campaign. Like, the mouths of the characters didn't move with the audio or anything. It had absolutely nothing to do with the actual zombie storyline, and it really wasn't anything worth playing. The original Black Ops 3 campaign was just awful, and Nightmares was arguably even worse, and it comes in at our number 4 spot. Number 3 is something that really doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would, but still really is a hindrance on the game as a whole, and that is the lack of perks, or even perk variety. To me, it's absolutely crazy to think that perks never even changed once throughout all of the Black Ops 3 DLC. I mean, think about it. From Drak to Revelations, the perks never even changed one time. Every single time we had the original perks: Jug, Double Tap, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Mule Kick, Stamina Up, Deadshot, Electric Cherry, and Widow's Wine, and it just got really repetitive. It's kind of sad that the most exciting perk change we got throughout all of Black Ops 3 DLC was a Widow's Wine machine on Revelations, which I have to admit was a huge relief, because if you're a huge fan of Widow's Wine like myself, I mean, to me, it's just as useful as Juggernog. You will know how unbelievably frustrating it is to get Widow's Wine from the Wonder Fizz. I mean, this isn't something anyone else has ever brought up, but I truly think they made Widow's Wine so impossible to get from the Wonder Fizz for the simple reason to get people to buy Divinium and get Gobblegums, because Widow's Wine really is impossible to acquire without at least an Unquenchable or two. On the maps that it's only in the Wonder Fizz, of course, Garode Krovi, Drak, it's such a pain in the ass. But honestly, for whatever reason, I really wasn't too sad that we didn't get any new perks throughout the DLC season, because honestly, it wouldn't have been a perk worth buying. On every single map, excluding the Giant of course, I always run Jug, Stamina Up, Quick Revive, and Widow's Wine, with Revelations being the only exception, where I usually trade out Stamina Up for Speed Cola. I mean, it still would have been nice to have additional perks on the map just for the hell of it, but I really think they've exhausted all extremely useful ideas, at least ones that would truly take precedence over me buying the perks I already know and love. I mean, what I really wanted was just different perks on each map. I mean, especially perk machines. Like, we never saw Electric Cherry, the perk machine, ever. It would have just been so nice to see that in the Mob of the Dead area on Revelation. I mean, take Mule Kick out for a map, just take different perks out for a map like they did in Black Ops 2. It made them so much more fun to use on the maps they were actually on. I mean, that's just my opinion. But anyways, the lack of perk variety just in general was a bit of a bummer, and it comes in at number 3. Okay, now here's where the disappointment really hits me. It's something that when the Black Ops 3 Zombies life cycle ended, I couldn't believe that was all we got. And it's the Revelations ending cutscene, and for me, it's not the cutscene itself that's disappointing, you know, it's what we got leading up to it. It's the lack of information we all received leading to the ending, and I don't mean the storyline throughout Black Ops 3, I just mean when we went into Revelations, we expected a lot of questions to be answered. You know, we expected not a conclusion, but a soft ending, you know, something that would answer a lot of questions we had. And that just didn't happen at all. We didn't get any answers. We got less information in Revelations than we got in any of the other DLC maps. I mean, Revelations was kind of like the Giant in the way that the information in the dialogue that was in the map didn't really tell us anything at all. It didn't answer any questions. The radios were kind of cool, but all they did was open more questions for us. They opened more loopholes, and it got really frustrating when we finally beat the Easter egg, and the only thing we got was nothing. The characters holding their staffs. I mean, that's a cool ending, the characters being there with their staffs, but what we got leading up to it didn't warrant that. It didn't explain anything enough for me. I mean, I know the zombie storyline. I know it's not the way Treyarch works to close it off like that. I didn't expect an ending by any means, but I expected some answers we've had for years, or some questions we've had for years, to finally be answered, and we really didn't get anything answered at all. I mean, Revelations as a map, don't get me wrong, I like it, it's fine, I enjoy it, but as far as the storyline played out in that map, it was just kind of generic and cliche. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think most people agree with me on that. I mean, I just can't get over how predictable the whole Black Ops 3 zombie storyline. Think back to Black Ops 1. We go from playing in a theater and playing as the four, political powers of the day in the Pentagon, to what was DLC 1? Ascension, you're playing around rockets, you're on a base, that's amazing. Then you go to Call of the Dead, you're in Siberia playing as 4 actors. Then you're on Shangri-La, which we still don't know where Shangri-La is. And then you're on the moon. Super unpredictable, every storyline, every Easter egg, you would have never seen it coming. And then Black Ops 3, it's just, go kill that character, go kill that character. There were no twists along the way, and that's what I really, really wanted. I wanted the Mob of the Dead characters to have some more relevance, for sure, and it just, I don't know, it was a bit of a letdown to me, and it comes in at our number 2 spot. Okay guys, our number 1 spot. This is not scripted. I decided not to script the last spot because I just need to rant about this, because this one thing would have put Black Ops 3 probably my favorite zombies of all time. And this one simple reason is why Black Ops 1 still takes the cake for my number 1 spot, and that is the lack of weapon variety. The weapons in Black Ops 3 just were not fun at all. They were not fun weapons. They don't give me any nostalgia using an ICR, using a HVK. I mean, they're good. They're all really, really good weapons. You know what I mean? Like, they're strong. But the variety, there were no fun weapons to use. Those weapon kit weapons, they got very, very bland once we got the same weapons in every single map in Black Ops 3 Zombies. And mod tools, with us only getting the giant weapons right now, it's just burying that hatchet even deeper, because I can't get over this. I can't get over how we had the same weapons on every single map. And I get it. I get that those weapon kit weapons should have been on every single map, and I think the reason it feels like to most of us, I mean, I've talked with a bunch of my zombie buddies, the YouTubers in the community, and they feel the same way, that the reason that those weapons started to get so bland is they were on the wall and in the box. And some weapons like the HVK, the ICR, just about every weapon, Vesper, VMP, they put those in the box and they take up all those variations we had in Black Ops 2, where the box was filled with completely unique weapons. In World at War, there were all the box guns were on the wall as well, or vice versa. All the wall guns were in the box. And I feel the same way about World at War, that there wasn't a lot of variety, but all the weapons in World at War are fun to use. They're all really, really interesting guns to use. In Black Ops 3, they just get very vanilla when there are only a few box exclusive weapons. I mean, I think the map that got it the best, and this is probably why it's my favorite map, is Garode Crovy. There were so many fun different weapons to use, but then we go back to Revelations and it's everything we had before. They didn't bring back the fun weapons like the Marshalls and the HG40 and the MX Garand. Even though it wasn't very good, it was still fun to use. And they just give us all the vanilla weapons again, along with 2 energy weapons, of which only 1 is actually very good. And that's what was really disappointing for me. I really wanted old weapons to come back as well. We got the Thunder Gun, of course, which I still think was such a random gun to put in there. I mean, they've been hinting at the Wave Gun the whole time, and we never got it. And they're like, oh, here's the Thunder Gun, which I do like the Thunder Gun. It's fun to use, don't get me wrong. But really, that was all we got. We got the Thunder Gun, we got the PPSH, which I will admit, I love the PPSH. A lot of people bitch about the new one. I loved it. And we got, what else did we get? The Wunderwaffe and the Tommy Gun. The Tommy Gun was another one where it's like, why is that what you bring back? Why not bring back the Galil? Why not bring back the Commando? Something that really brings back that nostalgia for you. I mean, I like the Tommy Gun, but if you're only going to bring back one weapon, why that? But anyways, that's all I have to say about the topic. The weapon variety really was the most disappointing thing for me, and I realize it's a whole video of me bitching, which I really rarely do about zombies because I love it as a whole. I love Treyarch, I love what they do. But this is a video about disappointing things. I mean, like, it can't be all sunshine and daisies. Every game's gonna have its issues, and Black Ops 3, these were the biggest ones for me. If you think I missed anything glaring, that's not even a word. If you think there were any huge things I missed, be sure to throw them down in the comments down below. I will definitely love to hear your opinions. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you did enjoy and could leave a like, I would certainly appreciate it. And I'll see you all later.
Well, I think that I'm through with the girl I thought I knew, but I guess I didn't know her well at all. But I'm getting sick of Janie's latest pick. She's headed for her own fire.